ever sat down for a nice thick dinner and wondered where that steak ended up? Every day without thinking, your body digests the food you eat. Without this autonomic system, everyone would pass away and the human race would be gone. Today I'd like to inform you on the 6 main steps in the digestive system. The mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestines, and the large intestine. When food enters your body automatically digests and absorbs all the nutrients differently in each major organ. The main plan of the digestive system is to absorb water, vitamins and minerals, the major molecules such as protein, lipids, and carbohydrates. There are 2 main types of digestion, mechanical and chemical. Mechanical digestion is the physical breakdown of the food, and the chemical digestion is the breakdown of the major macromolecules into the building blocks. For example, the carbohydrate building blocks are simple sugars, and proteins are amino acids, and fats are the fatty acids. The body cells solely rely on the nutrients that you intake. For example, the muscle cells use protein to build muscle tissue. So like the steak that you have for dinner, it really helps developing your muscles. Also the simple sugars, is used for energy in your brain. However, all these nutrients would be pointless if the digestive system did not begin in your mouth. The mouth is the beginning part of the digestion. It is where mastication occurs. Mastication is chewing, and this helps in digestion because it increases the surface area of the food and allows the macromolecules of carbohydrates to be digested. The salivary glands carry enzymes that also help in chemical digestion. There's like leather in your mouth. Once the food leaves your mouth, it goes into your esophagus. This is where peristalsis begins. Peristalsis is the autonomic part where your body takes over during digestion and you have no thought or say about it. It's just a straight right chute into your stomach, and there's no digestion or absorption that occurs at all. Once it's the esophagus leads straight to the stomach, right there, which is a muscular expandable pouch. This is where the food mixes up with secretion. The only thing that's really absorbed in your stomach is alcohol. However, the only thing that is digested is protein, and the proteins are converted into amino acids. Once it leaves your stomach, it goes into your small intestines. This is where all digestion and absorption occur. The enzymes in the small intestines start and finish the digestion of all the macromolecules. Also, there's bile that is secreted into the small intestines, and bile is created in the liver but stored in the gallbladder and then put into your small intestines. And bile helps in emulsifying the fat, so it's easier to digest it. There is villi and microvilli that line the small intestines. It kind of, like the inside of your small intestines looks like a shaggy carpet kind of, so it's like that, so it helps slow down the food as it goes through, so that way it increases the efficiency of all digestion and absorption. What enters your large intestines, which is also known as your colon, this is where all the absorption of water occurs and where undigested plant and animal fibers go. Since fibers aren't digested, it just goes straight through like your colon. After your colon, it goes into the rectum, and where everything is like just pushed down into a crack, and that's where all the last of the water is absorbed, like there's no water left. And then all the undigested fibers and bacteria and all like the dead blood cells, that's where it all is. And then once it's done with the rectum, it's pushed out into the anus. So without this perfectly organized system, our body cannot get any nutrients or absorb any of the major molecules that we need to survive. So anytime you bite into a nice juicy steak, just remember the intense journey that steak is about to endure.
Well, Teresa, you've got a rhetorical question as your attention device. It's okay. It's not particularly interesting. I think you could pull us in a little bit more with something else. The thesis, you set up a goal adequately. The preview, you primarily use the visual as a way of outlining what you're going to be talking about. Plus, you tell us the different steps that are going through there. The content issues, it just sounds like, to me, the summary of an encyclopedia article. It's very dry, it's very mechanical. I'm not sure that you're adding much of your personality or any interesting incidents or examples or explanations there. Like I said, it's very perfunctory in terms of the content, and I think that is emphasized by some of the delivery issues. You fall into a rhythm when you're speaking that makes it seem like it's just coming out like you're reading it. You're very script dependent, so that's a little bit problematic. You do have a few gestures and indicators, despite the fact that you have cards in your hand. You did have a couple of descriptive things, and sometimes you're even making reference to your own body when you're talking about things. Your facial expressions, when you are thinking about them, they seem to be attempting to connect with the audience, but again, they're a little bit limited. I think that you need to project a little bit more, especially when you have to compensate for the outside noise that's going on there. I know that it's a little loud out in the next classroom and in the hallway, so you might have to speak up a little bit so that you can be heard over that noise. Like I said, I think the rhythm of the speech is one of the problems. It does sound a lot like you were reading. It's a very dry sort of style that you've got in the presentation, and I think that takes away from our opportunity to evaluate you as a speaker. It's mechanical instead of personal. And well, whereas if you were going through this, doing a lecture teaching medical students, that might be okay. For this audience, I think it's a little problematic. All right, thank you.